Alrighty guys, so we're back with another video today, and this video is going to be centered on the 8-core gaming rig. Now, I've gotten quite a few questions about the FX8320E that I purchased and how it performs. So I decided we're going to run some benchmarks, I guess. We'll run Cinebench and we'll run 3D Mark. So let's get into it. People were asking me, how fast the 8-core is. Now I have my 8-core. Let's open up CPU-Z here. I do have this thing overclocked. Overclocked pretty far, actually. The 8320E comes with a factory clock speed of 3.2 gigahertz, and as you can see, I am overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. So I have overclocked it. This is not stock performance. And I see quite a big performance boost going from 3.2 to 4.5 gigahertz. The only reason I can't go higher than 4.5 gigahertz is because the CPU cooler in there, which is the Arctic Freezer A11, is at its cooling limitation or cooling limits, because you're not allowed to go above 62 Celsius on these 8 cores, and right now I sit right at 61 degrees Celsius under full load for long periods of time. So I'm right at the limit. You don't want to go above that. It's kind of bad for the processor. Supposedly these things can take higher than that without any ill effects, but the architecture and the way these CPUs are designed, they tend to get very unstable as the temperatures increase, so your overclock will require more voltage at higher temperatures to keep it stable, but it's a loop. They'll just keep getting more and more unstable, and you'll have to keep upping the voltage, and that'll just make it run hotter. So I'd invest into a decent air cooler, or maybe a 240 millimeter water cooler. I've heard that the 120s cool it fine, but if you're pushing big overclocks, I'd go for a bit bigger than a 120 just because it'll keep the temperatures lower. But anyway, let's go ahead and fire up Cinebench, and let's give it a run. I have run this once before. As you can see, I got a score of 709, and the Intel Core i7-3770 was 662, so it's faster than a Core i7-3770 at stock speeds by quite a bit. But I think the i7 would demolish it if you overclock the i7. It's not as fast as an i7-4770K by about 15%, I'd say. But it does pretty good munching through Cinebench for what it is. It's a $137 8-core right now. So let this run, see what the score is. So actually beat out the previous score. This previous score we got a 709. This time around we got a 713, which honestly, for the price you pay, I mean, considering the Core i7-3770 non-K version is probably quite a bit more than 130 bucks. Can you really complain about the performance? I mean, it does great for the price you pay. So let's go ahead and run 3D Mark. Now 3D Mark is going to be limited by the GPU, which is a Radeon HD 7770 2GB GPU. So where is 3D Mark? There it is. Now I do not have the graphics card overclocked. The graphics card is running stock speeds. So we'll go ahead and run the skydiver demo. So, well, yeah, well, should be included. Yeah, we'll run the demo. I don't have Fraps open, and this isn't going to show FPS at first, so bear with me here. Oh, load screen usually isn't this long. That's pretty ridiculous. So as you can see, it's running really well. No lag or stutter whatsoever. I'm going to stop it after this so this video isn't like half an hour long. But that is the performance of a Radeon HD 7772 gig GDDR5 graphics card paired with the FX 8320 and 6 gigs of RAM overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. So that's what you get. Have a good day, tubes.